The day that cunning ruse saved Batir. Hassan Ibrahim Harbuk, 89 years old. In the spring of 1949, during the laborious armistice negotiations, Hassan Mustafa, who is a part of my family, was working with the Red Cross, which meant he often went to Jerusalem and to Amman where the talks were being held. He met a lot of people there. He soon realized that the negotiations between the Israelis and the Jordanians were going to end in compromises and that these might have disastrous consequences for Batir. His fears nearly came to pass because when the armistice was signed in Rhodes on April 3, 1949, it was decided that Batir, like the railway line, being part of the land between the Jordanian and Israeli demarcation lines, was going to have to be evacuated to be ceded to the Israelis. Hassan Mustafa did not believe in chance and knew that in order to survive, one must not wait but must act. He got in touch with some of the high-ranking Jordanian officials who were taking part in the negotiations and managed to convince some of them not to abandon Batir. Then, with a group of 23 men from the village, including me, and some officers of the Arab Legion, which means the Jordanian army, who were dissatisfied with the outcome of the negotiations, he organized a ruse. The trick consisted of making it look as if the village was still lived in and its inhabitants ready to do anything to defend it, whereas in fact it was practically empty. Every morning, the men lit a fire in each house, hung out the washing, laughed and talked loudly, turned the radios on, went out to pasture the animals, lit the candles at night. That was how those 23 men dissuaded the Israeli forces from intervening and taking the village. The ruse changed the psychology of the battle and meant that it could be won without spilling a drop of blood. It made Hassan Mustafa the symbol of non-violent resistance against the Israeli military. And so, 2 weeks after the signing of the armistice, on April 18, 1949, an extraordinary meeting took place to decide on the future of the region's villages. Beit Iqsa, Qattana, and Batir would remain Palestinian. Al-Walaja, Al-Jura, Ain Karim, and the railway line were ceded to the Israelis. Batir was saved.